man, you gotta beat the man, and I'm saying, woo! You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo! Styling and profiling. Woo! Showtime.
Welcome to Defend the Hustle. Buffalo always keeps it a buck.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is gonna agree with me before they agree with you.
Lock in, because Buffalo is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead and
right here, right now.
You go ahead.
subscribe and share now.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Defend the Hustle. This will be our last show for 2024, and we'll be coming back in the first Sunday in the new year, and we'll make that announcement again towards the end of the show. So, Middleman, go ahead and introduce yourself so we can get this show on the road.
I am the Middleman Picker, part-time reseller, full-time truck driver, selling Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and sometimes whatnot. Welcome out, everybody. Thank you for coming out. We get the show going.
All right. And I am Buffalo Picker, part-time reseller, full-time federal employee, also retired military. Tonight, Chris had a prior engagement, so he won't be here with us. And we're going to go ahead and get it started. So, Middleman, what did you accomplish this week? And we'll start it from there and get into some of this drama we got going on with the scammers.
Okay. Well, this week here, like last week, it was busy pack shipping week. I shipped all week long. Did a shipment yesterday. I'm working on my Monday orders now. But once I finish, I'll finish those up. I did some shopping on I think it was yesterday when I was telling you about Big Lots. And if you didn't know and you didn't see the news, the Big Lots in Florida, all the Florida stores are shutting down. They're closing. And that's what they put out. So right now, the advertisement is kind of false if you don't read it because at first I was getting advertisements saying buy one get one 50% off. Then it was saying 25% off, and then when you get to the store it says up to 25% off. Then when you go in the store you see it's not. It really is up to 25% off. So I went in the store to check it out, found a few things. That was 20% that was doing good online, but that's about it. Just trying to maintain and get ready for the sales that's coming after the holidays. So, we back at it at the beginning of the year.
Right. Yeah. So I went out. I made a little tease video on Instagram and TikTok about a haul that I picked up a couple of days ago. I've been negotiating with this lady since probably about late July, and they started out real high because they wasn't sure what the market value was for Barbie dolls at the moment. So the elder guy that was trying to sell the Barbies, which was not his collection, it was his wife's collection, and she had passed away a couple of years ago. So he just felt like it was time for him to let him go. And his granddaughter, she was doing all the negotiations. So, initially they came in real hot, with a ridiculous price, and I was like, you basically trying to sell all your Barbies at $80 a Barbie. And I was like, no, that ain't the market value right now, the resale value. specially buying in bulk. So every time, they would come back with a different price. I guess they was doing a little research, or they'll go to eBay and look at things and come back with a different price. And I just kept saying, no, maybe you can find you another buyer that interested in them. And, out of the blue, she hit me up. I think it was on a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. And she was like, my granddad said, you make the price. He just ready for him to go.
Mm.
I was like,
Yeah.
no, you don't want to do that. I was saying that to myself. I didn't say that to her.
Yeah.
And when I sent back a price that I would figure ain't no way they're gonna move on that price for all of those Barbies. She came back and said, granddad said, come get them. So,
Dang.
my son and I, we got up Friday morning, and I took the day off and we jetted up there and got them, and then I brought them back to the warehouse. Made the video, just like I said, it was a little teaser. Pretty much I said, if you know, you know. So I know people that know me knew that those was Barbies in that bag, or maybe assumed that it was Barbies in the bag. So we got back, and today my grandkids came over and they listed all of those Barbies. I was like, man, y'all did them all, and they was like, yeah. So
Dang. I need
they
some help like that.
that's a good thing. I want to give them kudos too, because they learn exactly what I was trying to teach them, and I could see it in full motion today. I mean, I've seen it before, but just to bring that heavy load on them, and they got it done. So, and if I'm not mistaken, it was over 100 and something Barbies, and they got them all listed. So I still, I had on the list to put it back in the bag, put it back in the boxes, and then I announced, that's going to be my first video for 2025. So I'm going to lay them out on the table. I'm going to let you all see every individual Barbie that I picked up, and hopefully I can kind of get the video where it don't be that long, maybe 10 to 12 minutes. Try to fly through them pretty quickly, but just want to show y'all what I got, because his wife, she had all kind of dolls. She didn't just have Barbies, but the ones that was highly expensive, they didn't want to sell those at all. And I understand, and plus, they had a huge house. They had a room pretty much set up like a Barbie doll room. And I mean, that thing was nice. I just didn't take no photos. I kind of dropped the ball on that because I wasn't sure how they would have felt with me taking photos. And plus, I didn't ask the question. I guess I was just still stuck on the great price that I got for the Barbies. And like I said, I'm going to share it with you all in that video in January. And also, I went out to a couple Ross. I don't get up in that area a lot. So I hit a couple Ross up there, and I found a G.I. Joe / Transformer set. And the crazy thing was, I looked on a video yesterday, and a lot of collectors are looking for that item. So they are out hunting Ross, trying to find it as well. And I just happened to walk in there. I was getting ready to check out. I just looked over to the rack where you would have returns and all that kind of stuff, things that they was getting ready to put out. And I saw it. I did a double take. I'm like, oh, let me jump out of line. Got that thing, man. I was so happy. I asked the guys, like, y'all got any more? But of course, at Ross, they're not going in the back to look for anything. So, but yeah, that's pretty much was my whole week. I did a lot of shipping. I mean, crazy shipping with Walmart. I wasn't surprised because I got a taste of it last year.
Yeah.
Almost every day I was pushing out anywhere between 50 to 100 and some packages. It was just the volume was overwhelming, but it was sweet as well. I'm definitely thankful for the blessings. But it was a lot of work. It was wearing me down. And I mentioned to Middleman, for the people that won items on the show, giveaways. I haven't gotten around to shipping those items yet. I got them in a box at the warehouse so I can know, that stuff is separate. But I haven't gotten around to shipping that stuff. But I will get it out right after Christmas to everybody that won the giveaway. Don't really like sitting on that stuff, but I just, like I said, I've been swamped. Let me give a shout out to the chat, and we'll keep it going. We'll get into talking about the quote unquote scammers that we both running across on during this Christmas season. So I want to give a shout out to Little Debbie first in the chat. Appreciate you coming out. All in one package. Everyone know that's Miss Buffalo. Thank you for all you do for the channel. Swamp P, what's going on, Swamp Picker? Appreciate you coming out. John, aka the reseller, appreciate you coming out. Let's see what we got in here. Jennifer Hayes, what's going on, Jennifer? Appreciate what you do for the channel, being the mod. Landshaw Picker, what's going on? Triple OG, Triple G. Appreciate you coming out. Robin Collier, appreciate you coming. That's your mom's, right?
Yeah.
Coming out, supporting the channel. So let's get into the scamming portion of this show, man. I mean, it's kind of been crazy. I'm gonna let you kick it out, middleman. I did enough talking for right now, and then I'll jump mines in. So yeah, go ahead and tell us about what's going on with you.
Well, I'm dealing with a scammer on Walmart and on Amazon. Well, the Walmart scammer is just like the one that happened to you. Said that they got the item and then they lost it after they received the item.
Right.
And I can't believe I can't believe that's even an option. Like it was delivered, but you lost it.
That's because Walmart doesn't have a policy in place to protect the seller like Amazon does. That's why they got that. But go ahead, man. I just wanted to put that in there.
No, yeah, you good, yeah. But other than that one, I'm pretty sure I'm just waiting for them to come back and see if I'm gonna win the dispute or lose the dispute. Other ones I had a mug, as usual. They buy a wrestling figure and then they send it back. They say missing parts. Yeah,
so they
missing
actually
parts.
took the figure out of there?
All the stuff that's in it, that's what they sent back.
Wow.
It was a Bret Hart. And let me see if I got that one. I have that one here. Still some right here. This it complete. Right?
Right.
This is what they sent back. Complete. Sent back.
Wow. Why even bother to send it back?
because their return reason was it was missing parts. So I said, okay, so we're missing parts. Well, I want you to know I took pictures of that item with your information alongside it, and I sent it to them.
Right.
It took them 37 days to send it back after I sent them the pictures. I guess they had to think about it, but they sent it back anyway, apparently. And so I said something to Amazon, and when it was time to give out the refund, they got zero. So they reached out to me like, I returned what you said. No, you didn't. I said that's the most expensive doggone part you're gonna ever receive. You should have went to eBay and got it. That item on eBay probably was that item $72 on Amazon.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they can get on eBay for 10 or 15. You know what I mean? What they took out of it.
Right.
Might not be complete, but they wouldn't spend that type of money for one little item. You know what I mean? That was one of them. I had another one on Amazon. Said that it was when they received it, it was missing screws.
Wow.
You see where they took it all? They took it out just to unscrew it.
Right.
So I said, send it back. Upon inspection, I issued a refund. They sent it back eventually. Once I got it, I looked at it like, oh, well, they one line. They did take the screws out because I inspect everything before I ship it out the house. And if an item like this was gonna be missing anything or any screws or anything and looking like this, so apparently you ripped it off and you didn't take the back off. You didn't take it off the thing. Take it off the thing because you was planning on to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, man, okay, I'm gonna give you half. Since I got the item, that much of the item back, I can get screws. I'm gonna give you 50% refund. Well, that person didn't like that. They went to Amazon and left me a negative feedback saying I'm ripping them off and all that like that. And I asked for the item back. Yeah, would you want to keep it? If it's if it's missing parts, why do you want to keep it?
Well, they I mean, that. I'm just speaking to the audience that Amazon got them spoiled, man. Sometimes Amazon will tell them just keep the item, and we'll refund you. And they don't. And a lot of the buyers don't know that Amazon has a lot of third-party resellers that we don't play that game. I want my stuff back. You still get a refund, but I want it back. And I guess that's the confusion when they dealing with FBA compared to dealing with FBM.
But that person they didn't just want a refund. They want a replacement. They want to keep that one.
Yeah.
And replace send a replacement. And at first when I didn't notice who was because Amazon say you got to sell, right? So I didn't know that it was the same person until I was getting ready to ship it. And then when I saw that it wasn't a amount it was sold for, I said, let me look into this. Then it says repeat buyer, and I like, oh no. Then it said replacement. I said, no, you ain't getting a replacement. So I sent them a message. You won't be getting a replacement. Just ship back the item you got, because I had already boxed it up and everything, right?
Right.
And when I saw that, it took them 40 days to send that back.
Right.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
Make a respond to the comment your mom put in here. Yeah, that's definitely true. That's what I do sometimes. I don't fight them. I just take it and I do the write-off at the end of the year on my taxes. Yeah. And then sometimes I get it back and I still write it off based off of how damaged it is. So it's a loss of goods. But yeah, your son, he go hard at it.
Yeah, I don't let him off. Well, your wife asked for my wife. She's in there. She's not captive or anything. She's in there doing her Amazon and eBay stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they was asking for Tanya.
Yeah. She might pop in. I don't know if she's going to, but she might pop in. Yeah, but see, look, it's the same item. You can't. You came to come up. The feet came to come up. I'm sorry. Came to come up. So in order for them to say the screws are missing, they have to tear this.
Yeah, you can see that on the other box where they tore it and then got in there to take it up.
Yeah.
Where you get those from?
These right here was I took the stickers off. I think I got them from Ross.
Ross.
I think I got them from Ross a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
A couple years ago. At first Amazon won't let me sell that particular troll, but I could sell trolls. Right. And I was like, okay, I can't. Well, I can sell trolls, but I can't sell that troll. So then I got ungated in it eventually, So once I got ungated in, I put them on there. So yeah, man. Other than that, these scammers just keep going. Now is everybody saying no longer wanted for the returns. I know you've been saying those too, right?
Yeah.
We're just waiting for those to come in and see what the next thing gonna be.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're gonna work it. They're gonna find a way. Everybody's saying, tell your wife hello, man.
Oh, Richie came in. How you
What's
doing,
up,
Richie?
Richard Hustle? I was just watching your video today, man. One of the resellers, I can't think of his name, but he was selling food or whatever and going through ollies and stuff. I was checking that one out, and I think yesterday I was looking at one where you was out looking for a toy in Ross. But yeah, I'm still supporting your channel, man. I like your content. And if you anybody in the chat, if you're not following Richard Hustle, I mean, the guy put out a lot of content. Actually, put out a video almost every day. So go check him out. And one thing I say about Richard Hustle that I've always said is that he do it his way. You know, whether you like it or not, but he gonna give it to you 100% straight. So I like that about him. Keeping it transparent and real. Keep doing what you do, Richie. I definitely support your channel, man.
Yeah, I seen some items he put back that I was like, Richie, you might want to keep those items. You might want to hold on to those. But you know,
definitely, man. That guy right there should have at least about 300,000 subscribers, man. Much free information he putting out there to the people, man. I don't get it. I mean, the people that go out there and tell you lies and make stuff up and they get all the subscribers, and this guy right here giving it to you 100% real. And I mean, he almost to 100, but he should already be at least 200, 300,000 subscribers on his channel with the content that he give away.
Just that ungating thing he put out.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. You know how much of money you missed out on?
Man,
bro,
that was some powerful information right there.
If only everybody would have saw that, man. If you would have held that and you could have made a lot of money off that. Because I see people making, videos talking about trying to teach people how to get ungated, and they charge $150, $200.
More than that.
Just to just to get the same distributors that everybody already know about, EO and all of them other ones, right?
Right.
That alone, that information alone, bro, that's about a $500.
Oh yeah, easy.
That was about $500 information there.
Yeah, that was easy 500. I mean, if I would have, knew you had found that information, boy, I would have put a bug in your ear, man. Like, hey, yeah, you showed it one time. Don't show it no more, man. Just keep it to the side, and then let people say, hey, you want to learn how to do this? Just give me a call, do a consultation.
Yeah,
$500.
and it'll take him about a minute to show him how to do it.
Shoot, less than that, man. But that was definitely, I'm sure that ruffled up a lot of people that was been gatekeeping that information.
Yeah.
The
funny part about
it is what it is.
Reezy has said that what he did, and he was telling the truth. I thought he was lying.
Yeah, but cause of the way he put it out there, it was like, maybe he just joking because it was almost like unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was some that was some good info, man.
How you doing, Ella?
Ella, what's going on, Ella? Ella been doing the big with all those auctions.
Yeah.
Appreciate the super chat, Ella. Let me run the Buffaloes for you. Appreciate you.
I've been lurking in our channel.
Super chat received.
All right, appreciate that, Ella. That's I've been talking about it. But that's one thing I'm gonna get upgraded to is my little super chat video right there. I got my editor trying to put something together for me, so I can, do something different. That was some Buffalo elementary school work right there, but I got a pro working on it, so hopefully it'd be something you all like. Let's see. Thank you, Ella.
Oh, you picked up Richie. You saw what Richie said. He picked up 2. He shot at you out.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, man. 7:30 to. Oh yeah. I shared that with you too, middleman. The one I found, somebody
Yeah.
tried to hide it in Ross, the holiday Barbie.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
that's a good find, Richie. I wish I could have found me 2 or 3, maybe 10.
Look, I had grabbed those 2020 Barbies when back in 2020,
Yeah,
and I've held on them things right. And this year they sold for $75 each. You remember when Walmart had them on sale for what, $20,
right, right.
$25, something like that? Yeah,
Yeah,
they sold for $75 each this year.
yeah.
And
I
the only
mean,
reason,
that's and we can kind of segue into the after Christmas sale, because those Barbies are gonna pop back up. You got a lot of Walmart locations that are pretty much sold out of those, and that's a good sign. But when you go to your select Walmarts, and this is kind of like a little behind the scene information that I learned over the few years of dealing with Walmart and getting those special deals, is that every Walmart you go to around about this time, they have connexes outside of the
yep,
stores, and those
behind them.
things will be there until the end of their physical year, which is in January. I think Walmart end of physical year is late. It used to be the beginning, I think, the middle of January, but I think it's like the latter part of January, and you'll see those connexes there until probably like mid-February, and then they'll disappear. And that's because they put a lot of their overflow Christmas stuff in there. So that's why you see all of these super markdowns in January in Walmart, because they have to clear those out. They're only renting, which is crazy. I don't understand why they don't have their own, being a big corporation like that. But they actually rent those based off of what a couple of store managers told me, was that those are rented, and they rent those for about 3 months, and then the contract is up, and they have to clean them out and get them back to the company. But with that being said, there's a lot of toys that doesn't make the Christmas sale. They are putting those things out in January just to get rid of them, and a lot of times they're just marking it down just to get it going. And I have found a lot of Barbies like that. I remember a couple of years ago, I found a couple, probably 10 Barbies, and each one of them they were selling for like 42, and once they started marking them down, I was finding them at $7 each.
Yeah.
So just be on the lookout for that stuff, and we can kind of start talking about it now, because that's what we was going to dedicate the show about anyway. Is the after Christmas sale. If you get out after Christmas, in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. If you get out and catch any of the after Christmas sale, drop a 1 in the chat.
Yeah, I know about them connexes behind them because I have to go around them every time I deliver
Right.
to one of the doggone
Right.
Walmarts.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, before I learned that information, I would see them, really didn't pay much attention. Then I did also notice that when they wasn't there, like,
Yeah.
they was there, but they're not there anymore. And then, they explained it like, hey, those connexes out there, come back, because they loaded with toys, and we're going to do a super markdown. So,
But some of those stores, some of those stores keep them longer than that. They have them most of the year.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's different at locations, but I know the ones up here in my area, they said 3 months is their contract to keep those out there, and they basically bring them in for Christmas.
Mel, we touched on it, but yeah, I got the email and the flyer. I think it was Thursday, about the big lots in Florida that's closing, all of them.
Right.
They should be doing all their markdowns now. Like Saturday or Friday. Well, Saturday was 20%. They kept it up to 25%. So
Okay.
in the next couple of days, it should be at 50%.
Oh, they
You know
closing
what I
down
mean?
that fast?
Yeah, I think I don't think they messing around because the manager at the one I went to, because I was gonna run them, but it was getting late and I had to get back home. I had to finish packing and all that stuff like that.
Right.
So the manager at one of them that I went to, she was like, it was just at the spur of the moment. She didn't. They came in and they told them that the stores was closing down.
Wow.
And she had an attitude because she's like she didn't know what she was gonna do next. But the thing about it though is the writing was on the wall when they started closing the other stores. When they filed for Chapter 11, it wasn't
Yeah.
a secret. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you had to know that something was gonna go down.
Right.
You know they're gonna make more cuts.
I mean, some of the people, man, they don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, man. They just come to work, do whatever they got to do, go back home into their world. And, we as resellers, we pay attention to that kind of stuff because that's could be a potential come up for us. Before we get too far into this, man, I want to give a shout out to Mel Flippets. I don't know if it was a couple of days ago or today, but I just seen the post of you either you celebrating your birthday or your husband's birthday or something. But if it was your birthday or your husband, I just want to give you a shout out. Happy birthday for Mel Flippers. I just happened to see the post on, I think it was Instagram.
For those who's going to go to those big lots, this is the opportunity to get some inventory. I know not everybody have them and a lot of places already closed, but find the nearest one to you. When they start doing these major markdowns, this is for you. This is when you're going to get your inventory for this coming up fourth quarter and then on. Because you got to think about some of this stuff is going to linger out here. So you might have to hold on certain things for longer. But eventually it's going to come back around, just like when Toys R Us closed down.
Right.
Look at some of their items now. It's skyrocketed. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to find some of those exclusive Toys R Us figures.
Right.
But big lots, I think they deal more in pallets. So they're getting a lot of stuff that's discontinued. Like I think Buff touched on that before.
Yeah.
So being that they're closing the doors, it's the perfect time to get it. If you got the money, do it. If you don't, just do what you can. You don't have to do it. But
right. That's like they no different than Owlies. They just don't buy their grade of buying things is a little bit different from Owlies. I want to give a shout out to Miss Lachey Resales. Appreciate you coming out. Go ahead, middleman. Ella had mentioned also that BitLot closed before Thanksgiving in her area. That's in Florida as well.
Yep. So that for her and Richie, man, I might bump into y'all in one of the stores, man. Y'all never know. You might, you know what I mean? Because if they're gonna close all the big lots, like when they were closing Tuesday mornings here in Florida, right? I was hitting the Tuesday mornings off. You know what I mean? Looking in there,
Right.
Tuesday mornings always start out high, and then they talking about a discount, which really ain't no discount. Is they 20% ain't really was 25%, really want 25%, more like 15.
Right.
If you check all the prices. But Richie, I don't know if you're gonna make videos of big lots going out, but that's gonna be a lot of inventory, bro. A lot of inventory. If you're looking at now, they got the 50% off Christmas items. So if you go in there now, you can get 50% off on a lot of that Christmas items. Some of the items like that jukebox that we showed last week before last.
Mm-hmm. Week before last. Yeah.
Yeah. If you see them in the store, they was $20 then. At 50%, you get them for $10. They're selling for $30 and up, all the way up to $50, $59.99.
Amazon is selling them for $30.
Yeah,
you can Amazon, sell them for $50. I sold mine for $50 something.
Yeah, so if you get in the stores and they still out there, because a lot of people don't go to big lots. So if you get in the stores and you see them, you get them for $10.
Right.
You know what I mean, or less. So I'm just saying, don't sleep on it.
Yeah.
It's
I met
time to put some inventory.
this little statement that Miss Lachey made that I used to get out after Christmas and buy the discounted health and beauty and perfume set. I ran into a couple. They do that every year. They get out and they buy those little razor / shaving sets, the perfume, the deodorant, all those little things. And they say what they do is they take it and they'll put it in baskets for Easter. And they sell them during Easter in their Easter basket.
Yeah.
And that's how they flip. They buy it for dirt cheap on the after Christmas, and then they'll put it in the baskets, and they selling these baskets for anywhere between $40 and $50, and people just buy them up, not even knowing that they just got all that stuff during the after Christmas sale at Walmart.
Yeah. So we talk about toys, but that market there is a big market. Perfume, cosmetics, that's a big market.
Right.
I don't know if she's the only one sells on here, but that's a big market. You should have at least some of that in your inventory. And most time it's cheap. Most time is you go to any of these stores, they have it for cheap.
Yeah,
you know.
I dibble and dabble in it a little bit with TJ Maxx and Marshall because they have that high end cosmetics and stuff, and I did it for a while, but it's just wasn't my thing. I mean, I made pretty good money off of it, but I just, constantly going back because it was selling pretty quick, but constantly going back to those stores to get that, when I'm in there looking at that stuff, my mind is over there on toys. So it's like I can't focus, going through all those different makeups and stuff, trying to figure out, hey, this is a good buy, that's a bad buy, doing the research while I'm thinking about how many resellers over there in toys beat me to, those deals. So, but it's definitely, like you said, man, it's definitely good to have in your portfolio when you're selling.
I've seen Richie, he shows it every now and then, like the hair curlers and all like that.
Yeah, that stuff.
To be honest, those I was getting when I was starting out on eBay. I was getting those used curling irons and things like the flat irons and all that, selling them on eBay. They sell pretty good. They sell pretty fast too. Now that I'm getting some of those items on Amazon, it's not bad on Amazon either.
Right.
But eBay definitely. It seems like people go on there to look for those, those used curling irons and flat irons and things like that.
Yeah, I know. I mentioned this before, talking about the after Christmas sale is, and I ain't calling nobody out of because everybody got their own business model. But I remember listening to a couple of resellers saying that, they made a big push towards Christmas. Q4 is over, so they're going on a 1-month break. And I kind of threw a little shade, which wasn't directed at nobody because I didn't call anybody name. And, if they saw the video, they may got a little offended because I did throw some shade to saying that, while everybody on vacation, other resellers on vacation, I'm out here in the stores getting the deals. And the point I was trying to make in that is that, after Christmas sale and all the way into mid to end of January, that is where you're going to make your money. That is where you can, if you got the space, you can squirrel all that stuff up and hold it until Q4. Or you can, make sales as well throughout, that what they call the slow time. But that's what I do. I go, you got Ollie's, Walmart, Target, even the stores like Home Depot and Lowe's and Tractor Supply. You can come up in all of those stores. If you budget it right, you can come up in all those stores, have a different assortment of things that can make you good money. And that stuff will probably make you 3-4 times your money, or like Richard Hustle would say, you could double up, at the Q4 with that stuff if you can hold on to it that long. I did a video I think a week or two ago about what I call my treetop area, which is my overflow at the warehouse. All of that stuff up there is stuff that I had squirreled up through from after Christmas sales. I had probably 12 to 14 foot massages that I bought at Walmart last year. They had it 50% off, and it was selling at I think 11 or 12 bucks. And I bought them all, and I sold them all for like $49, $52. And those sold before Q4. But those are some of the deals that I speak of. If you buy those or ornaments that you can hang on the trees and stuff, those are good buys as well. But you have to be very selective. You just can't go in there and buy them all. You got to be very selective on the ones that you buy, because they eventually will sell, but it'll take time. But you can find something there that you'll pay 75 cents for, and then once Q4 come around, you can sell those for $24 to $32, depending on which one you have. So I kind of been doing a little matrix on those for the last couple of years, and I got a keen eye for the ones that I can go in and buy, and they're going to sell pretty quick. And in the midst of trying to come up with that, I have made some that I've been sitting on for a couple of years as well. So be very careful when you go out and buy those things. Even though it's cheap and you can make good money off of it, all of them don't sell like that.
Yeah. The Christmas lights is a good pickup, as well, because they sell all year long.
Right.
Right. But you got to be, selective on certain ones of those as well.
Right.
I know I see you mentioned Tractor Supply. I don't know if people know that Tractor Supply does have toys in there too. You know what I mean? I heard you threw that in there, and they have toys in there, and they have good discounts on stuff in there. So keep in there. You just might find something.
You can go in there and get some good cheap boxes in there.
Yeah,
for shipping. So don't
Supply
get thrown out by the name. Go in those stores. You ride by a store, and it's a store that you probably never been in. Just go in there and take a quick walk through. See what they got. Maybe they don't have anything, but just do a walkthrough. I did that many times in stores that I would never go in before I started reselling. Now it's like I go in every store. I go in there just to see, what they selling and if they got a clearance. And pretty much that's what I do. Sometimes I can do a quick walk through the store, about 3 minutes, and I'm out of there. It don't take all day. But you gotta, some of these stores you gotta get boots on the ground, because even though you got people that say, I do online arbitrage, that's good. And, if that's what you do, that's good. But you got to understand sometimes what they have online is not in the stores, and vice versa, So that's why I like to go out there and see what's out there on the ground,
Kohl's is like that. Kohl's is like that. When you go in the stores, you see more stuff in the stores than you do online.
Yeah.
I
agree with what Rich is saying here as well. That's what I kind of monitor when I go into the store, just to kind of see, like, how much stuff they got on these shelves. Is the stuff actually moving like that? Normally, which I won't be able to do this year, normally what I would do is go out on Christmas Eve just to see, like, is people buying a whole lot of toys, these last minute shoppers buying a whole lot of toys. Because that's a good indicator as well of, what these stores going to have to do to clear the shelves. Because you got to understand, too, in January, they getting ready to move whole new inventory because they got to bring in the spring stuff. So that's what I'll be looking for. I'll be looking out for that type stuff. I would love to go on a vacation or whatever, but nah, I can't miss them deals, man.
Yeah, so that comment is so true, but I can say this, Richard, they already started the massive clearances. A lot of these stores already started at 50% off, and that's before. the holidays. Just imagine what it's going to be after the holidays. If you go in all these stores now, that's all you see, more market down stuff. I think they're more scared of what's going to happen with the tariffs or whatever. I think they're stocking up and trying to get all our old stuff out. We're just ready.
Yeah.
We
I
gotta
mean,
get ready. Good night,
I'm
Mom.
looking for beyond 50%.
Yeah.
50% is good, but I'm looking for beyond 50%. I need 70, 80% on. That's what I be looking for. Sometimes you can find it, sometimes you can't, but that's what I be looking for. 50% is okay, but
not everybody can wait for the 70%, 75%. Because
I
to be
understand.
honest with you, that 50% sometimes is very good. You make good profit. And those guys have been in the
is
store.
good, man. I'm not knocking, nobody business model. That's what you do, then keep doing what you're doing. That's for me. I'll take 50%. Now, don't get me wrong. I take 50%, but I'm looking for anything 70 and up. I'll be looking for 90% if I can.
Hey, you're right, Rich. It do it. It seems like they mark it up just to bring it back down to. Because when you look at the prices online, you be like, it's not really a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And I've seen a couple of videos of people that work in retail was talking about that. They tell you they put a clearance sticker on it and they actually didn't even change the price on it.
Yeah.
Making you think that you get a deal.
BitLots was doing that when they were doing their 50% off. Remember when you were removing, when I was removing some of the I was showing my wife when I was moving some of the stickers. Only thing they did was just put a sticker around top of the same price.
Hell, I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Or they
Shout out to Char F. No, you ain't late, Char.
They bumped it up $1.
Yeah. I think all those stores do that, man, at some point. That's why, like I said, I go in there and I look for the bottom. I want the bottom deal, and sometimes if you're in the right place at the right time, you can get that. It all depends. I got and you and I talked about this before. I got a route that I go, and in that route, it's not a lot of money in those towns, so they just trying to get rid of stuff. And I just sometimes I hit, sometimes I don't. But when I do, it's sweet. Let's see.
It's a lot of routes I ain't ran yet. Like the Tampa route I used to do. They used to be a very profitable route. Going from here, go up to Ocala, work my way down to Fort Myers.
Right.
I haven't done that in a while.
Right.
But
so I guess what we wanted to convey to everybody tonight that don't sleep on after Christmas sales. Get out there and find you some deals. I mean, how deep you can go on items. Don't overspend, and do your research. Don't just be out there randomly buying stuff because it's discounted down for reselling. I mean, if you buying things for your personal use, that's different. But if you out here trying to buy some, I just use G.I. Joe for instance, and it's not selling for anything, which probably is a bad example. But if so, just be conscious of how much money you're putting into it just because it's cheap. Because everything cheap doesn't mean it's gonna sell. So with that, tonight is gonna be a segue into the giveaway. That's why I mentioned G.I. Joe because I was looking at it.
I would say be careful with the Walmart clearance. Be very careful with the Walmart clearance.
Right.
You go in there and buy all that clearance, but what I would tell you, how many stores Walmart got, and how many people looking at that clearance?
Yeah.
Because the $2 and $5 clearance, the first ones that they grab. That's the first clearance that they grab.
Yeah.
So, and then you got people that run stores. And what we mean by run stores, they go to each store in their area and get them same items. And they'll have a whole carload full of them. And you got this big whale sharks. Those guys would just put it at the bare minimum price. Some guys want to make only $2, $3 an item.
Yeah.
You'll sit on for a year.
You know, I got a sweet deal at Walmart that I get. And I can say, you know, Chris say he had to entertain some company. No, he ain't on vacation. He should be back when we come back in January, but I think right now he got family over at the house. But I have a sweet deal with Walmart, and even though that deal is super sweet, I don't just buy everything that I can buy in there, because I definitely, even though I'm loading up, I'm doing my research as well. Before y'all see the videos, I did all the research on those items before I take them to the checkout counter to make the purchase. You know, so like Middleman said, just because it's in clearance don't mean that it's a good buy. And I definitely a firm believer on that. You got to do your research. There's different types of apps out here that you can use to do your research before you make a purchase. So make sure you do that. Do your due diligence before you sit down and put a whole lot of money to an item, because, like you said, those stores are nationwide, and you know, just because you buying it don't mean there's another. That doesn't mean there's another 100,000 people buying as well. You know, to try to resell it. So tonight I'm going to do a giveaway, and it's the G.I. Joe. This guy's called Tom Rat. I don't know if this item is still being sold at discount on Walmart website. If it is, go ahead and get you a couple of those and sit on them. That's what I did, but I'm going to give one away tonight. And I'm taking one to Tennessee to give to Mess Hall Diggs as well. This is like one of his favorite characters on G.I. Joe. So this is basically what I'm going to give away tonight. And I also made an announcement too for everybody in the chat that won an item in the last 2-3 weeks. I have all that stuff over at the warehouse in a box. I've just been too busy to stop the rhythm of shipping to Walmart and Amazon to ship you your item. But I got it, and I'm going to get it out right after Christmas. I'm going to get everybody's stuff shipped out. I think I got a total of maybe 4 or 5 people that I owe an item to. So rest assured, I will have it in the mail after Christmas. So if you're interested in this item right now, we dropped down. People left. They didn't want it. Okay, so we got 11 people in the chat. If you want this item, drop a number in the chat from 1 to 15. 1 to 15 if you're interested in this item. This is Tony Rat from G.I. Joe Classified series. It's the back. If y'all can see that. So 1 to 15, the person that is closest to the number but don't go over it is going to win this. All right.
I see Jennifer had a question. Johnny's supposed to be next week, but we won't be here.
Yeah, we won't be back until January the 5th. So we won't have a show next week. Let's see. 1 to 15, y'all.
How you doing? Regina Michelle just came in. How you doing?
Regina Michelle, what's going on, Regina Michelle? Shout out to you. Appreciate you coming through. If you're interested in this item right here, Regina, this is a G.I. Joe Classified Turner Rat. Giving it away You dropping them in the chat from 1 to 15. 1 to 15. The person closest to the number not to go over is going to win it. One to 15. Yeah, Bill, man. No, play what?
No,
1 to
but
15, y'all. 1 to 15.
You know, I'm looking for this. Like Rich was saying, I'm looking for a lot of clearance this year. You know, I don't know how many people are gonna be still, buying all this clearance, but there's gonna be some good clearance out here.
1 to 15. Don't sleep on this item, y'all. It's Walmart got it on clearance, but when they first came out with this item, it was selling for $24. And once they sell out, it's a possibility it could be $34. It could be $44. You know, might have to sit on it for a year, but this is not going to stay at a low price. So go ahead and put your number in the chat. Take a shot at it. 1 to 15. We're going to shut it down in about 2 minutes. 1 to 15, y'all. What's going on, Justin? Thank you for coming out. 1 to 15. Let's go. Nobody interested in G.I. Joe?
Oh, you got numbers in there.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, numbers in there.
Oh, okay. I had to stroll up. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and close it out. That's enough. Let's see. What's going on, Jack? You missed out on the giveaway, brother. All right, this is the number right here.
We just put 7.
Yeah, put it in after the X's, brother.
Hey, I was gonna put that in at first.
That's the number. Who got it?
Swamp Pickers.
Swamp Picker?
Yeah, Swamp Picker got it.
All right, Swamp P. Congratulations, man. Send me your information. Instagram, send it Buffalo Picker _43, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it is.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Send me your info. I'll get this mailed out to you right after Christmas with everybody else stuff. I know I got something for Mel Flippets. I got something for Char F. I got something for the middleman. I got something for Chris. And I think I got something for somebody else. But I tag y'all stuff over at the warehouse. So I'll get this shipped out to you right after Christmas. Congratulations, Swamp P. All right. Let's see. All right. So, middleman, you got something you want to plug, man? We right at the 1 hour. And we're going to get ready to close this one out.
No, I don't have anything tonight. Just go and just follow me on Instagram and whatnot. You know, it's my name, the Middleman Picker. 10. Other than that, you know, I just hope everybody stays safe during this time because a lot of craziness going on. And thank y'all for coming out. You know, and appreciate it. And we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Oh wait a minute, I might not say 2 weeks. I don't think Tommy said exactly what days.
It's the 5th, January 5th.
Oh, 5th.
Yeah.
But then I would be in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Justin, send me your info. Swamp Picker gonna give you with it. So send me your info to Instagram, Buffalo Picker _43. And I'll get this shipped out to you.
For what? What do you got to see?
Oh, he got a cease and desist for Amazon stuff. He didn't say what, but did it come from Amazon or did it come from the actual person? That's what put in the chat. Did it come from Amazon or did it come from the seller or the owner of that product?
I'm finding one now from BlendJet or Sharpie products.
The producer? Oh, Sharpie. Yeah, that's a tough one right there. Sharpie is one of those ones. Um, but have you tried to sell Sharpie on Amazon, middleman?
No,
Yeah,
no.
I never saw the value in it. That's why I never sold it. But I know when I have looked at their listing, most of the time it's either one or two people on that listing, and I know one of the listers is the seller, the actual owner of that product. So that could be the problem.
Yeah.
Did you pull it all down?
I know the rule of thumb on Amazon. If you see the owner, the brand owner on there, do not sell that
Yeah,
item.
don't even list it.
Not on
And
there.
if you have listed, just pull it all down because that's going to be one of the statements that you're going to have to make if you try to if they ask you to make write a statement on it that you recognize that and that you pulled it down immediately. But I never seen any value. That's why I never bought the Sharpie because I never seen any value in it.
Probably why I just never looked into it because markers and stuff like that. I never.
Oh, now this right here could be a lie.
The company lawyer.
The company lawyer, I had those before. What you need to do, reach out to Amazon themselves and ask them did they do it because I have received those and that turned out to be a lie. So don't believe if it comes because that could be fake. Basically, is what I'm saying. So reach out to Amazon seller support and ask them specifically, did they send that to you? Because the last time I had a situation like that, they were saying that if you get a cease and desist, it's gonna come directly from Amazon, not from the company itself or a lawyer or whatever. Because I had a guy, I talked about it on the show here, that he wanted me off the product, so he came up with this fake letter. And when I got it, I was a little nervous about it because I was like, man, it's from a lawyer firm. And then when I had enough uh, understanding to reach out to seller support, and seller support was like, no, that's not us. So I just ignored it and kept selling the product, and nothing happened.
A lot of these resellers are nasty like that. So
Oh yeah, they want you off
I've
their
had,
product.
I,
They want you off
yeah,
the
I've
list.
had them do that before, and I've had ones that say that my product wasn't authentic. It's
Yeah.
come
What's
from
up,
another
Marie?
reseller.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, just check with Amazon seller support and ask them did they send that out to you because they're gonna tell you whether or not they sent it. If it didn't come directly from Amazon, it don't mean nothing.
Yeah, these resellers are dirty, bro. They could be a reseller and just want you off the listing.
No. I mean, if you already in the process of doing that, yeah, but I would still reach out to seller support to see if that letter is authentic from them, and you explain to them that it was sent to you from a lawyer. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna tell you keep selling the product. Yeah, yeah. Amazon is a dirty game. You got resellers on there. They want to be the only one on the listing. They think because they created the listing, they should be the only one selling the product, and that ain't how it works. No problem. No problem.
Yeah, it's funny that they only have to have one complaint and you get in trouble by Amazon. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
It's weird. Like how can one person say something and automatically you get that yellow flag on your account? You know what I mean? That just don't make sense. Especially if you
Yeah.
got a history of you not doing that.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. I mean but that's just the dirty game they play. So, yeah, I thought you were saying the letter came from Amazon. No, that changed the game. When you say it come from the lawyer, you want to reach out to Amazon seller support and let them know and then they'll look at your record, they'll look at your profile and tell you exactly if that came from Amazon or has the complaint been filed with Amazon. And if all of that is no, then you can keep selling that product. Marie sent out a Merry Christmas to everyone. So I will tell Marie Merry Christmas. Jennifer Hayes just shouted out as well.
You know, they have a template. Some of these dirty resellers got a template. Everybody don't receive the letter from a so-called lawyer, and it's the same goddamn person.
yeah, same format and everything.
Same thing. They'll just change some names. Other than that, it's the same letter.
Yeah.
And how they get your information, they just need to put your product in their in the buy it now.
Yeah.
In the what's that? The put it in.
No, they ain't even got to do that. All they got to do is do the search on the product, then go down to see who's selling it. Click on your name, it'll bring up your profile.
Oh yeah, because now they got your address and everything.
Yeah,
on it.
all that stuff is right there, so they got access to you. But that would be the first approach, Jack, is just reach out to seller support, explain to them that you got a letter from a lawyer saying cease and desist, and you want to know whether that was has Amazon been notified. If they tell you no, it wasn't from us, we haven't been notified, keep selling your stuff, man. And I went through that already, and that's how mine's played out. I was selling these headphones with the cat ears, and the guy wanted to be the only one on the listing because it was just him and I, and it wasn't his product. Actually, the product belonged to Panasonic, but all of a sudden, you know, he wanted to get me off the listing, so he sent me this fake letter, cease and desist letter. I reached out to seller support. It's like, no, that you can sell that product. We haven't been notified by Panasonic, and that's what I did. So they can give you a whole lot of good guidance on that.
And you know how Jack, Amazon will send a message to you. They'll email it to you and they'll put on your performance.
Exactly.
That's how you know that it's coming from Amazon.
And that's what they're gonna do when you make that call. They're gonna go to your performance just to see, you know, have your performance been hit on it, and have they been notified to notify you. So, but yeah, man, I would do that, and then you know, take the next step. But yeah, it's unfortunate these guys play these dirty games. But once you kind of get, you know, a little time under your belt with Amazon, you start figuring this stuff out about the games that some of these resellers play. So we're at 8:41. But we didn't want to get off here without answering Jack's question. And I appreciate you all coming out, supporting the channel. Like Middleman said, we won't be back until January the 5th, the first Sunday in January. This will be the last show for 2024. And I want to personally thank all of you all for coming out, supporting the channel. I know you all don't have to be here, but I'm glad that you all come out, and we're going to continue in 2025 to bring you all transparency. We're going to definitely try to get somebody in here to talk more about eBay as well. We're going to try to get more guests coming in, you know, maybe one per month or something like that, to talk about different other selling platforms outside of the ones that we sell on. So that we can kind of broaden the spectrum a little bit. But I thank you all for your support. Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoy holidays with your what we call the 3 F's, friends, family, and fellowship. And I'm going to be doing the same. I'm getting on the road Tuesday to head to Tennessee. And then I'll be back here on the 26th for the after Christmas sale. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all's support. Buffalo Picker, defend the hustle. See you all in 2025.
Yeah, have a good week and safe.